Want to know what makes a woman instantly respect you? It's not looks. It's not money. It's boundaries. Because boundaries are the language of power. They silently say, I don't chase chaos. I create peace. Hit that like button right now if you're done being the nice guy women forget and ready to become the man they can't ignore. In this video, I'm breaking down 6 powerful boundaries that make high-value women stop, pay attention, and feel genuine attraction. Not because you're trying to impress them, but because you're standing firm in who you are. Let's dive in. And remember, boundaries don't push people away. They filter out the wrong ones and magnetize the right ones. Boundary number 1. The boundary of self-respect. I don't beg for energy. When you stop chasing attention, you become the attention. A high-value man never begs for energy that isn't freely given. If she's inconsistent, distant, or playing games, you don't argue or explain. You detach. You show her that your peace is more valuable than her approval. That calm withdrawal shakes her. Because most men chase harder when women pull away. But the man who values peace over validation, that's the man women can't replace. Self-respect isn't arrogance, it's emotional discipline. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. A man with self-respect doesn't chase what drains him. He attracts what aligns with his peace. He understands that begging for attention only weakens his value and kills his mystery. When a woman pulls away, he doesn't panic or plead. He simply leans back and observes. His silence becomes more powerful than any words could be. He knows that energy freely given is real, but attention demanded is fake. The more he invests in himself, the less he needs validation from others. His calm detachment creates a quiet tension that women feel. Because it's rare, controlled and magnetic. He's not cold, just selective with his presence. And that self-control turns into power. Because a man who doesn't beg for energy commands it effortlessly. True respect begins when you stop chasing approval and start valuing your peace. Boundary number 2. The boundary of time. I don't waste mine to prove my worth. Your time is your currency. And high-value men spend it wisely. When you stop over-investing in people who give you breadcrumbs, you shift power instantly. A woman knows when a man's world doesn't revolve around her. And that pressure makes her step up. You don't cancel plans for flakiness. You don't double text when left on read. You simply move forward with grace. Because nothing is sexier than a man who is too focused on his purpose to chase someone who's unsure. Remember, when your time has value, your presence becomes privilege. A high-value man understands that time is his most sacred currency. Once spent, it never returns. He doesn't overextend himself to impress anyone, especially not to prove he's good enough. When a woman senses that a man values his time, she instantly perceives him as rare and grounded in purpose. He doesn't linger in spaces where he's not appreciated or chase conversations that go nowhere. Every minute he invests must contribute to his growth, peace, or fulfillment. He knows that people respect what they must earn. And when you give your time too freely, you train others to take you for granted. So, he sets a silent standard. If it doesn't serve his higher purpose, he walks away without guilt. This discipline makes him powerful, because his presence becomes a privilege, not a guarantee. And that's the kind of man women can't forget. The one who values himself more than their validation. Boundary number 3. The boundary of emotional control. I don't react, I respond. The moment you lose your temper, you lose your power. High-value women test men, not to destroy them, but to see if they can handle intensity without collapsing. When she pushes your buttons, stay calm. You breathe. You pause. You smile and let silence speak. That's stoic energy, calm under pressure. It's not about being emotionless. It's about being emotionally masterful. Every time you stay composed, she feels safer and more attracted, because your energy communicates control and maturity. Power isn't loud. It's presence without panic. A stoic high-value man knows that emotional control is the ultimate display of strength. When chaos strikes, he doesn't explode. He pauses, breathes, and thinks. Reacting is what average men do. Responding is what powerful men master. Women test men to feel their emotional stability, and the one who remains calm under pressure instantly stands out. His silence during conflict isn't weakness, it's self-mastery. He understands that not every emotion deserves expression, and not every situation deserves a reaction. By choosing his responses carefully, he creates an aura of mystery and dominance that commands respect. People sense that his emotions serve him. He doesn't serve them, and that quiet, controlled energy drives women wild because it radiates safety, power, and authority. A man who controls himself controls the room, and that's real masculine energy. Boundary number 4. The boundary of standards. I don't accept half love. You can't attract high-value women with low-value tolerance. You can't say you want loyalty, but entertain chaos. You can't say you want peace, but keep chasing drama. A man with standards doesn't settle for temporary validation. He seeks emotional alignment. He's kind, but not a pushover. He knows what he deserves, and he walks away when it's not given. When a woman sees that you're not afraid to lose her for the sake of your standards, she respects you even more. Boundaries backed by standards are what separate men she dates from men she desires. A man of standards knows that settling for half love is worse than being alone. He understands that true connection requires mutual effort, respect, and depth, not breadcrumbs of affection. When a woman senses that he won't tolerate inconsistency or emotional games, she either rises to meet his energy or loses her place in his life. He doesn't chase temporary comfort at the cost of his self-worth. Instead, he values alignment over attention, peace over drama, and quality over quantity. His presence demands authenticity, not performance. By walking away from half-hearted love, he silently teaches others how to treat him. That refusal to settle radiates power, because it shows he'd rather build himself than beg to be understood. A man who doesn't accept half love becomes the one every woman remembers, because his standards remind her of what real value feels like. Boundary number 5. The boundary of purpose. My mission comes first. Your purpose is your masculine gravity. It pulls everything into orbit. When you lose focus on your mission, you lose the very energy that made her notice you in the first place. A high-value woman is drawn to a man who's obsessed with something bigger than her. His craft, his vision, his legacy. She doesn't want to be your whole world. She wants to join a man who already has one. So when you prioritize your goals, routines, and discipline, it's not selfish. It's magnetic. Masculine energy thrives when it's chasing progress, not people. A man anchored in purpose moves differently. His focus commands respect before he even speaks. He doesn't let distractions pull him from his path, because he knows his mission defines his legacy. Women feel this energy instantly. It's the silent confidence of a man who knows where he's going. He's not cold or detached. He's simply guided by vision, not validation. When a woman realizes that she must fit into his purpose rather than replace it, her attraction deepens beyond surface desire. Purpose gives his presence gravity. It makes every word, every action carry weight. He doesn't chase love. He attracts it by walking boldly toward his goals. His ambition becomes the fire that fuels his masculine energy, and that unshakable focus makes him irresistible. Because nothing is more magnetic than a man who knows his mission and never compromises it for temporary affection. Boundary number 6. The boundary of silence. I don't explain my worth. The strongest men don't argue to prove value. They live it. When people misunderstand you, when a woman tests you, when the world doubts you, stay silent and keep building. Your results will speak louder than your defense ever could. Stoics understood this. Power grows in silence, not in speeches. Every word you don't say becomes part of your mystery, and mystery feeds attraction. Silence isn't weakness, it's restraint, and restraint is the mark of a man who owns himself. A powerful man understands that true value never argues for recognition. It simply is. He doesn't beg to be understood or try to convince anyone of his importance. His silence carries more authority than 1,000 explanations, because confidence speaks through presence, not words. When someone doubts him, he doesn't defend. He demonstrates. His calm detachment unsettles those who expect emotional reactions, and that mystery only heightens his power. A man who knows his worth doesn't chase validation. He becomes the standard others measure themselves against. Boundaries aren't walls. They're filters. They don't keep love out. They keep chaos away. The moment you enforce them without fear, you'll notice something. Low-value women disappear. High-value women appear. Because masculine calm attracts feminine respect. Live with standards, not scarcity. And watch who starts chasing you. If this video hit your soul, like it, subscribe, and drop one boundary you're enforcing starting today. Let's build a generation of men who lead with discipline, purpose, and peace. Remember, calm is your power, purpose is your magnet, and boundaries are your armor.